Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Today I am going to be stripping this piece of furniture. As you can see here on the top drawer, I already started. I just kind of tested it out because I wanted to see what was underneath, and I didn't know because this has at least 2 layers of paint on it. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I have 2 products here. First I have a Citristrip spray. I just got this the other day. I haven't used it before. I'm going to want to protect my face for any spray that might come my direction. And I will definitely be wearing gloves. This stuff is pretty safe and the smell isn't too bad, but I still prefer using it outside. And I do want to protect my skin and my face just because I tend to be very sensitive to stuff. I also have the same brand, Citristrip. This is just the gel. You're supposed to let it sit for at least 30 minutes, but you can let it sit for a lot longer than that. I left something on for a few hours, I think, and it still, everything scraped off pretty easily. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I have a plastic scraper. I use plastic because I don't want to scratch the wood. And then I have a lot of paper towels. So let's get started. Okay, I have my drawer fronts on the ground here with the spray Citristrip on it, and that's sitting, and I'm just going to show you really quick what it looks like to paint on this stuff. This is the top of the dresser, so I'm just going to paint it on so you can see what that looks like, and then we're going to let it sit. And I just have a brush. I actually really love this brush, but I forgot and left it outside, and so there's some pretty stiff bristles now. So I'll be able to clean this up when I'm able to, but for now it actually works to use as a paint thinner brush. So I'm just gonna goop it on. And you can see here I did another test spot right there. So then I'm just going to spread it out, make sure it gets all the way covered as much as possible. So apparently this dresser is quarter sawn oak, and I'm excited to see more of it once we get all this yucky black paint off. This actually, a funny story. This used to be my sister's dresser. Shout out Holli+Huckleberry. And it was in her room. She painted it black and white. It used to be pink, so there was a layer of pink on it before. And she says it's a Tim Burton theme dresser. So I think that's pretty hilarious. No longer Holli+Huckleberry. We're gonna make it pretty again. You think the rain is gonna screw that up? Really? So it kind of started to rain, as you can see, and I just moved my drawers just inside the garage here. The crackling here and these lines, that's the paint starting to bubble up and peel away. I'm going to give it a little more time. It's a little thinner here, so hopefully I don't have issues with that. I might need to add some more. I'm not sure how I feel about the spray. It just doesn't go on very thick. So the drawers I did the spray on. The dresser top, I painted it on. And as you can see, it's not very even, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. But this just got on there. You can see it's starting to work right here a little bit, but it definitely needs more time. So we're going to give it some more time and see what is underneath this Tim Burton paint. actually to spread the stuff over the surface, that actually worked better because I did that over here and I did not do it over here, and this is being more difficult. So I think the best way to apply it, now that I've done it a few different ways, is by using the bottle with the goop in it and spreading it to get as even of a layer as possible. So whether that's with a brush, you want it to just be as even as possible, and clearly here it was not even, and it's really not coming off very easily at all. I think I'm gonna add some more and then wait 30 more minutes and try again. Okay, so I have the dresser on its side and I covered it with the Citristrip, and this has been on here for a couple of hours, so I left it for a lot longer time period, and now I'm just going to scrape it off and show you kind of a close-up what it looks like. Look at that. That's crazy. That's what I want to happen right here. It's just peeling right off. I don't even have to do much. When this is all dry, I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow. When it's all dry, I will just wash it down with a soapy sponge and a bunch of water, and that should get it all nice and clean. You could use mineral spirits or something on here to get the rest of the residue off, but I just don't want to fuss with that and use more product than I have to, so I'm just going to wait. And then when it is all clean and dry, I will sand. Look at that. This is all, see, I think the trick here is you got to wait. Let it sit as long as possible. Now here there's a stubborn spot. But when it is dry and after I clean it, I will be sanding this down so that I have it completely bare. That's what I'm going for. I want it completely bare. And then when it is completely bare, I haven't decided. I'm either going to cover it with shellac and just leave it natural, or I've been thinking about trying there's a lighter stain called, I think, driftwood or something like that. I might do something like that. So we'll see. But look, this is awesome. This is all gooping up really nicely, and it's sticking together really well, and it all came off very quickly. So make sure you have an even layer and let it sit for a long time. All right, want to give everybody a little update. Everything has been stripped off using Citristrip, and I'm still kind of scraping the last little bits off here, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things. So this is a metal putty knife. Here are a few spots where I actually ran out of paint stripper, and the layer on this side of the piece was pretty thin because I ran out. So, and you know, I was using this size. Okay, I had two. One was almost empty, so then I had this one, and I also had the can of spray, and I literally used all of it. So, note to self, if you have a big piece, and I haven't even done the front yet, like these little areas here. So if you have a piece like this that you want to do, whether it's a dresser or a table or a hutch or whatever, get a big gallon of the paint stripper, because you will need a lot. So anyway, so here we have a couple of tough spots, and you're not supposed to use a metal knife because it could scratch the wood. But what I'm doing, I'm being very careful, and I'm going slow, and I'm applying a lot of pressure right here so that it's bending, and that way it's not gonna like go right into the wood and gouge it. If it's bending like this, if anything, if it gets stuck, it'll lift up. We don't want it to get stuck and make a dent. We want it to like go upwards. So I'm pushing really hard to get that little metal part here to bend, and I'm just gently going back and forth. And whatever I can't get off, like there's this weird yellow layer here that you can see I'm kind of scraping off a little. So whatever I don't get off, my plan is I'm going to let this sit for a whole day. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, and then I'm going to come over it with my orbital sander, and I'm going to do lots of sanding and sand it all down so it's nice and smooth and clean and bare. So that's my plan, but I figured, you know, if some of these tougher spots where I ran out of gel, I would come over with this just to see if I could get it up. And it is coming up a little bit. And then this is my bag of trash. So, and I'm also going to let this kind of dry out a little bit too before I tie it up and throw it away. So that does it for today's video. Let me know if you used Citristrip before in the comments and what you thought of it. I think it works pretty great. I haven't actually used any kind of other paint stripper, so that's all I have experience with using, and it's a decent product. It doesn't smell horrible, and it does the job. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more DIY and restoration videos. And make sure to follow me on my Instagram too if you wanted to see more behind the scenes stuff. I am going to be kind of kicking my butt into high gear in the next few weeks because I'm preparing to be a vendor at this event in September. So I'm going to be selling all the pieces that I've been working on lately. It's my first time doing anything like that. But anyway, so that's what all of this is preparing for, and I have a lot to accomplish before that date comes. So that's what I'm working on. So stay tuned for more, and we will see you next time. Bye.